Hi again. I'm Max, 23 years old, and I was gone for a year. And yeah, in this video I want to go over why I was gone, how I plan to continue to create content on this channel. I got diagnosed with ADHD, which completely defined my year, from having to figure out the right medication to basically learning completely how to adapt to this new situation. Which rhymed. But it didn't feel right to just continue, like nothing happened after being gone for almost an entire year. So let's get started explaining a bit what my history with ADHD was throughout my life. Now, the suspicion that I have ADHD was always existent and started all the way back in elementary school. Let's paint you a picture, literally. For example, in first grade, Mini-Me was supposed to draw something. So I take a pencil out of my pencil case, I draw what I need to draw, but instead of putting the pencil back in the case, I just left it on the desk, adding to the growing clutter over time. Now, if it was one or two colors that I might need very often, that could just be planned. But what happened every time, I just let the pencil lay on my desk, which after 45 minutes just causes all my pens to lay around my desk. And that also translated to the whole day. Every paper we received, every pencil I used ended up somewhere around my desk. And despite struggles with fine motor skills, I excelled in languages and enjoyed reading. So it wasn't all doom and gloom. These were among the earliest signs that something might be off. But the test for ADHD in 5th or 6th grade came back negative. Now in middle school I was pretty okay. I never was the guy that sat down hours on end learning for exams and tests, but I managed to pass most of them. In Germany there are 3 school tiers after elementary school, and I went to the middle school called Realschule. I had always average grades. My report cards usually swing between 3.0 and 2.6. And in 10th grade I earned my qualification to do my Abitur, which is required to pursue higher education and university studies in Germany. Abitur I would say is a bit of a mix between college and high school in the US. It's after middle school, but when you pass, you can go straight up to university. And it was there in 2018 where my mental health entered a death spiral. My mentality towards exams and learning wasn't working anymore. The strategies I had relied on before suddenly felt inadequate for the increasing difficulty and complexity of the material. This combined with mounting pressures to succeed left me overwhelmed and unsure how to adapt. I entered treatment with a psychiatrist in 2019. I did therapy the same year for a year, and my biggest problem was to find a way to learn on my own, to find ways to get the information that I need to pass a test or an exam. Each year I tried something new: regular Abitur, then an Abitur with a IT focus, and later 2 attempts with design focus, continuing until 2023. In 2023, I put an end to this cycle of getting overwhelmed and getting crushed by anxiety and restarting the next summer again. I basically dropped out finally in January of 2023. This decision came after years of feeling stuck in a circle of anxiety, frustration, and it marked the beginning of a 2-year process of finding out what I wanted from life. Why do I want Abitur? Do I want to go to university and get a job that I dream of? Or do I just want it for validation, to please others? Or should I seek something that makes me happy? All this is what I tried to discover about myself in the past 24 months, and I'm still discovering. During that year, I didn't do anything other than playing video games and writing applications. I felt worse and worse. After some time, doing nothing for me leads to an incredible intense feeling of guilt and of course also unhappiness. I honestly just thought I needed an outlet. I needed to do something with my time that wasn't just playing video games, and I thought, why not making YouTube videos or just posting to YouTube wasn't new to me. I actually started posting to my old content back in 2012, but I was never as consistent. The times I did content, it was more phases, 1 maybe 2 months, which ended then in losing interest, which was, if you think about it, another telltale ADHD sign. Those 2 phases though were more phases, so maybe edits of league races in F1 games, or maybe but never proper content. So when I started, I made the Forza Motorsport video, which I believe was on point. The game is sitting at 44% on Steam. That November though, in 2023, was my longest though and most productive phase, but it was also not sustainable. I made 20 videos in a month, with sometimes 2 videos in a day. At the beginning of the month, I made 2 videos regarding GTA 6. One talking about how the game could be announced and the other that it might be announced that day. All of those were based on 2 articles by Bloomberg, and I saw it was Rockstar and that tweet. I got super excited, and that video turned out to get 10k views. It led me to chase that high all month, and leading to kind of a mini burnout. I had to figure out what I want to make. I already started slowing down, but I still wasn't completely realizing what was going on. After I did the GTA 6 trailer reaction, I made 2 videos, one about sports games and one about 2024 being a filler year, which to be fair didn't age too well. Now, those 2 videos I really like, because they are my favorite content on YouTube. I love video essays, but I knew I need to finally figure out what is going on in my brain. And so I did. In January of last year, I got diagnosed with ADHD. So I took Strategia for around half a year. I never felt like it was that effective, like it helped, I was more productive, but it never gave me that effect that I often see YouTubers talk when they take stuff like Adderall. Now, Adderall, to be fair, isn't approved in Germany as an ADHD medication. Then it happened. In June of this year, I was ready to get a new prescription. I went to the doctor, got the little paper, got to the pharmacy to turn it in, and bam. Strategia wasn't going to be available due to shortages until the end of November, and I was back to square one. Now, the next 2 months were the worst of this year. It felt like this abrupt cutoff of taking the medicine just kicked me back to my state before the medication, but even worse. It felt like this abrupt cutoff of taking the medicine just kicked me back to my state before the medication, or even worse. And it's been great. I've been taking it for now almost half a year. It started in August, slowly raising the dosage, and I'm now on 40 milligrams per day. But I've been rambling about myself for way too long. Let's talk about what I'm going to do with this channel going forward. Now, as you might have seen, I made 2 videos back in like August and September. I usually don't delete videos, but these were so bad. My plan for next year is to do 1 video a week. There won't be a particular weekday though, but that feels like an achievable goal now. But I don't want to tie myself to a deadline, so if a video isn't ready, maybe due to it just not being finished or taking a bit longer, that's the way it is, you know. Sometimes life gets in the way, and I am personally far away right now to have this be my job. What kind of content is really tough to pin down though. While the medication helps making the ADHD more bearable, it's not going away completely, so forcing myself to do only 1 game or 1 specific genre is something I would personally get very bored very quickly. Like a lot of different games, be it sim racing, sports management games, Civ, World of Warcraft. Maybe there are genres even I didn't try out yet that I might like. For example, AC Evo drops in less than 2 weeks, so you will probably see a video or 2 in the next couple of weeks about that. I will definitely make a video on F1 Manager. I expect it to make it sometime in February at the latest. I definitely want to make a video on how wrong I was on 2024 as a gaming year. Now, I have some opinions why 2023 and 2024 were so packed, with 2025 seemingly not slowing down. I will also not allow any AI to be used in my videos to replace human work. So I will not use AI art, for example, to make thumbnails. I will not use AI generated titles. I've seen them, and I think that most of them look more like newspaper headlines than YouTube videos. I want AI to be a tool, the same way Photoshop is a tool or Premiere, but I won't use it as a replacement of my or other people's work. So all scripts, including this one, is entirely written by me. I also would like to do some streaming. I want to create some assets for my streams first, and you maybe have seen I've streamed a couple of times the last couple of months, but I want to do that more because I think it's a very fun way to just play games, and it's better than just stale Let's Plays. I also would like to do some streaming. I want to create some assets for my stream first, so. But the first one will be in 2 weeks, when Assetto Corsa Evo launches into early access. I won't say too much what I will do in that stream, but I think it will be fun. That's all for this video. Sharing this journey has been challenging but necessary. I hope it resonates with some of you. Maybe you guys are going through similar struggles, or maybe you guys also have a similar structure in your brain process, and maybe you are undiagnosed with ADHD. But if you enjoyed it, consider leaving a like, or if you didn't, leave a comment. I'd love to hear your thoughts, and subscribe for more. I'll see you in the next one, and bye bye.